Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Season 5 of Milky. And did get a little bit more accomplished down here, as well as managing to get the replay mod up and running. So we have that. You can see I put lights along the walkway here. This is still not finished, it's a work in progress. But all sorts of changes behind me here. So we're going to get a look at those and get right into it. So this loud contraption here is supposed to be my chicken machine. And you can see we've got our chickens up here. And it's all built properly with the dispenser. This is really loud. Dispensing the eggs out onto the slab here, and the chickens are supposed to be in this little area and then grow up. And when they grow up, they hit the lava and die. But for some reason, that is really loud. For some reason, they are not working right. When the eggs shoot out of the dispenser, they're immediately destroyed by the fire. So I couldn't get any chickens in there. I replaced the slab with a trapdoor just to see, and everything's working fine. The chickens show up then, but the trapdoors aren't tall enough to get them to hit the fire. So kind of defeat the purpose. So right now all I've got is a fancy egg machine, and we'll have to see what we can do from here. But I took out the comparators on here to basically stop it from shooting the eggs. So right now I'm just collecting eggs, but we'll have to figure out what is wrong with that, if it's something server wide or what. Also built, you can get to it from this side, a hallway back here to access the sheep, so we can check the shears when we need to. We won't need to change those for quite a while though. We gotta get away from this chickens. It is loud. So this is just an observation platform here, but you can see I got this all cleared out, and these are up and running now. And the other one is over here. Unfortunately, the staircase did get in the way of a little corner on this one, but it's not too bad. That's why they're up off the ground like that. I wanted it up as high as possible to cut out as little of this as possible. But we did move the staircase. That was laggy. We did move the staircase down for the zombie spawner like we were planning. Currently, this is just an open-ended hallway. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Pretty much can't do anything until I get villagers out of here, but that's a plan eventually, is to start moving villagers. But yeah, we got a couple backups here waiting too. Oh, you can see from down there. This side. Yeah, I think we got 2 in there. And we got a couple new ones down at the end there, filled in. The other thing I wanted to show is that up here I did do some finagling and some math, and we managed to get our building over here rotated around the other way. I think I'm going to like it this way much better. It is 1 block closer over here than I wanted to be. I wanted to be 3 away, so it's going to be 3 and 3. I don't think it's going to be a major issue. Technically it is 3 away because I made my sidewalks wider than all the rest of the ones in the city. But it just came right to the edge over here. So we are literally on the edge of our properties. If I came 1 more, it technically overhangs. So I didn't want to mess with that because this is his line here. So leaving it where it is leaves us just enough room here. And I think it's going to look much better this way, rotated in here. And that gives me more room over there for bigger buildings. So that is the plan. I've got a lot of the supplies gathered up and ready for this. And I also went flat broke since the last video. I don't know if I mentioned it, but in preparation for building, I bought a steal of a deal on sea lanterns because I needed a couple hundred of them, I think, for the build I'm working on, plus whatever future builds come. So in here we've got, I want to see, I don't know which one they're in now. The green one, there we go. So we got an entire shulker of sea lanterns, which is going to come in handy for our building. And then on top of that, 2 awesome people, and I feel really bad that I did not write down their names, and I'm horrible at reminding names, but one awesome person gave me a block of netherite. Well, not a block, sorry, a ingot of netherite. So I managed to get my pants done. So I actually have a piece of netherite armor now, and I had one on my pick that I got done before. So actually I have 2 pieces now. Not bad for not really actively looking for it. And someone else came up to me the other day and heard that I needed some beacons because I use them for like the fountains out front, more or less just for decoration purposes more than the actual beacon effects. And they gave me a stack of 30 beacons to use to decorate buildings in the city. Awesome people, and that's going to really help when we start getting into more builds. We can do a lot of cool things with those. So. But that said, we are literally flat broke. I don't own a single diamond now. The equipment I have is all I have. I have no backups, so I got to be careful. But yeah, the sun's going down. But that's going to give us an idea of what we're going to work on today. I want to get this at least started. I want to get the foundation laid out. I'm probably going to just build the outline of all the buildings and then go through and add detail later as I go. So I'm going to try to use the replay mod and make a time lapse of this. So if it works, that's pretty much what you're going to be seeing here in a few minutes. If it doesn't work, you'll see me pop back here with the building behind me. So here's hoping, and we'll see you in a few minutes. But I feel like I made some accomplishment there. That's pretty much the basic shell of the outside, and we're gonna go through and do some more detail. I want to add in some windows, obviously. So I got some plans for some more detailing on this section. Windows to go around. Still deciding what to do with this big andesite section, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of windows in that. But these gray ones definitely have windows ideas for. And then the layout of the interior. Probably not going to do a time lapse for that because doing the interior is going to be hard to get on camera because it's literally just filling in floors. So we're going to do a floor every 5 blocks or so. Stuck in, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be a floor. Another one in here. So probably 3 in this section. Another 2 there, possibly. This all looks like it'll be 3. And maybe a 4th one there. This is going to be the, what do you call it? The weathered copper. It just needed to weather. Should have laid it out ahead of time and let it age, but because I think when it's next to each other like this, it takes longer to do. So I should have laid it out in a field or something like people do and let it age, but that was my bad. But eventually it will weather and it'll be this greenish color. Will kind of blend in a little bit more with that. But just a block up there. This is pretty much how things look though. I think we got an extra block there too we don't need. But yeah, we'll get these windows put in, we'll get the floors put in, and then come look at a little bit more finished of a build, I think. So that is the next plan, but I think the place is coming along pretty good. It's definitely something different, and it's going to fit in, I think, with the theme that we're going for this strip right here. We got another big tower I want to put in here, maybe space it over a little, and a couple other smaller buildings, but I think it'll look like an interesting strip once it's done. But anyway, I'm going to get back to working on the interior, and we'll be back. And we got pretty much more done than I expected this episode. I did do a time lapse, and I just broke something. Oops. I just do a time lapse of recording the detailing of the building up there, but I'm going to have to save that for next time because it is a lot of video to go through and to set up the camera angles and all that stuff. So we're going to save that for the next video, but for this one, you should have got a nice time lapse of it actually being built, as well as some other odds and ends. I did clear out. I did break a piece of glass. I'll have to replace that. But I did clear this out underneath here. Up there is my village breeder. And I don't know what we're going to put in here, but excuse me. But we got more cleaned out here. We did manage to get the chicken machine fixed, which is nice. It's so loud though. I don't think it comes out as loud on the recording, but it turns out that the trapdoors on the side of here were the problem, which is really odd because I've seen this work with the trapdoors before. They're supposed to be there, in fact, so that you can open up these and give seeds to the chicks to make them grow faster. But it seems to be working now, and we got it up and running. So there's that. I see chickens in there, so I know it's working. And we still have a ton of extra eggs left over from it as well, so that's up and running. Not that we really needed it to begin with, but we got all 4 of these farms up and running now, and we got a new building built. So I think it was a pretty successful day. There's noises no matter where you go in the space. So I think we're going to leave it there. and next time we can get that rest of that time lapse in. You can see the place all decorated up. And then hopefully we're going to start working on the roof again. I know I've been slacking on working on the tower, but I've been so busy with other stuff. I kind of like having multiple projects to do because it splits it up. You're not always working on the same thing, and it gives you a time when you run out of resources on one, you can work on another. So unfortunately, I almost finished our other building that we just started here. It has floors and everything on the interior. It's not decorated on the interior, but I don't know if I'm going to go that far with all my buildings. I do plan to start putting in an interior on the towers so I can start moving villagers up. So that's probably something that's going to happen in this next video, or at least soon. And we'll have to see where we go from there. But lots of plans to do, and a couple other buildings I want to make in between the tower and the one next door. So all kinds of stuff to look forward to. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.